For most of American history, cash was king. Those paper bills in your wallet meant freedom, privacy, and control. People trusted what they could physically hold, and for generations that system just worked. But now in 2026, something fundamental is changing. Cash is slowly, quietly vanishing from our daily lives. It's not being forced out. It's being replaced by habit, and the most startling part, most of us barely even notice. Think about your day. You walk into a coffee shop, you tap your phone to pay, and you walk out. No wallet, no fumbling for change. You buy groceries, scan your card, and the receipt is emailed to you. The cash register drawer rarely even opens anymore. You ride a bus, enter a concert, pay for parking, it's all touchless. This monumental shift didn't happen overnight. It crept in, one convenient transaction at a time. It was led by convenience and sealed by speed. Americans as a whole chose ease over tradition. Tapping a phone is just faster than counting out bills. A digital receipt is cleaner than a crumpled piece of paper. And slowly but surely, our habits changed. The banks encouraged it. Businesses definitely preferred it. An entire ecosystem of apps made digital payments feel completely normal. Suddenly, cash became optional. Then came the pandemic, and what was a slow trend exploded. Contactless payments became the standard. People actively avoided physical money for safety. Many businesses stopped accepting cash altogether, and that behavior stuck around. Now it's common to see stores that are card only. Some are even phone only. Physical money has started to feel outdated. Younger generations, in particular, rarely carry bills. They live inside their apps. Their world operates on notifications and digital balances. For them, money isn't something tangible in a pocket or a drawer, it's just a number on a screen. It's data. You see it everywhere now. Street vendors use QR codes, tip jars have gone digital, even charitable donations have moved online. The physical world of money has been uploaded to the virtual one. This brings us to a huge, often overlooked consequence: privacy. Cash was anonymous. It never watched you, it never reported back on your purchases, but every single digital payment leaves a trail. What you buy, where you are when you buy it, and what time you spend your money, it's all recorded. For some, this data collection feels efficient, a modern convenience. For others, it's deeply uncomfortable, because with cash, you held your own information. Now companies and platforms hold it for you. And it's not just about privacy. It's also about control. With cash, you physically owned your money. It was yours. With digital money, your access is managed by systems. If a bank freezes your account, you're stuck. If a payment network goes down, you have to wait. If your card gets unexpectedly declined, it can cause a moment of real panic. Cash never failed you like that. This creates a new kind of dependence on banks, on tech companies, on the network infrastructure itself. The nature of crime has also shifted. Physical robberies might be declining, but cyber theft is on the rise. The battlefield has moved online. Hackers are the new pickpockets, and your data is the new wallet. Our security concerns have become digital, not physical. The government, too, has a role in this transition. Digital money is far easier to monitor, easier to tax, and ultimately easier to control. Some will argue this leads to greater efficiency and helps fight illicit activities. Others see it as a step toward mass surveillance. It's a debate that is only getting louder. Let's not forget the cost. Printing, transporting, and securing physical cash is expensive. Digital transactions are cheaper, faster, and infinitely scalable, which makes them incredibly attractive to large institutions. As a result, banks are quietly reducing their cash services. ATMs are disappearing. Local branches are closing down. Access to physical money is shrinking day by day. This trend hits some communities harder than others. In rural areas and low-income neighborhoods, where not everyone has reliable internet or a bank account, cash has always been a lifeline. As it fades away, a new form of inequality is created. People feel left behind or even pushed out by a system that's moving too fast for them to keep up. From a business perspective, going cashless makes perfect sense. No more counting tills at the end of the night. No risk of internal theft. No need to handle dirty bills. It's clean, it's efficient, it's modern. But when businesses make that choice, customers lose their own choice, and the freedom to choose how you pay is a freedom that matters. There's also a powerful psychological element at play. Cash feels real, digital money feels abstract, and that simple difference dramatically changes our spending behavior. We spend more when the money is invisible. Tapping a card or a phone doesn't trigger the same sense of loss as handing over physical bills. The pain of paying is gone. You just tap and go, swipe and forget. The money feels like a concept, not a resource, and our budgets break quietly in the background. This psychological shift fuels debt, it fuels overspending, it fuels regret, all without the immediate physical warning that cash provided. Cash forced discipline. You saw it leave your hand, you felt your wallet get lighter. That friction was a form of protection. Digital payments remove that friction, and without it, our spending can easily accelerate, with the consequences only showing up later on a statement. So, is this the end of physical money in America? Not officially, not by law, but in practical terms. Yes, it's heading that way. Cash isn't being banned. It's simply being replaced by habit, by technology, and by convenience. The real question isn't whether cash will disappear completely. It's about how much control we as individuals will lose in the process. How much privacy and freedom are we willing to trade for a little more speed? America is rapidly moving toward a cash-light society and maybe even a cashless one, not because of a government decree, but because of our collective lifestyle choices. Your wallet is shrinking and your phone is taking its place. Physical money is fading into the background, quietly and without much fanfare, but this is more than just a change in how we pay. It's a fundamental shift in power, a shift in privacy, and a shift in our culture, because when money becomes invisible, the systems that control it become invisible too, and that changes everything, whether we realize it or not. The end of cash isn't a single event you'll read about in a headline, it's a slow, silent process, and here in 2026, that process is already much further along than most people think. America is going digital and cash is being left behind. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more videos just like this.